Okay, hey everybody, this is George Minehall at the Office of Image Archaeology, and today is September 28th, 2023. Uh, Year's almost up. We're looking at Halloween and then Thanksgiving and Christmas and then New Year's and then Easter, and geez, it's just another year has gone by so doggone fast here. I just wanted to give you a little heads up as to what I've been doing. I know that I haven't posted anything really great and fantastic, but I've been really, really busy. Two projects, actually three projects, but two of them I've just all but finished. Starting on new stuff actually now. One of them I just was about a month and a half or 2 months ago. I can't remember when I got it, but 14 boxes, bankers boxes like that box with the orange and or the red paint on it. I got 14 boxes like that with film. Somebody wanted me to digitize, and well, it didn't really pay a lot. It did. I get to keep the film. I get to use the film, and so that's a huge benefit to the Office of Image Archaeology. So I've been working on constantly doing that process of digitizing it, and then at night it's working through the computer to do some things that has to be done to make it so that turning it into an MP4 file and that sort of thing. So that's been taking up a lot of time on that computer, a lot of my time digitizing, and so things have been running almost about 16 hours a day. The other thing is about a year or so ago, longer than that, I started a project with a guy named Tom Dwelly, digitizing his old photographs and films from Vietnam and the family stuff as well. And about 6 months ago, we started this project, book called the Life in the Fast Lane. And Tom Dwelly talks about his experiences as a Vietnam era pilot flying the A-1E Skyraider, and I guess I should switch this over so you can actually see it. There's the book. Sorry. Life in the Fast Lane, Champion Reno air racer at 500 miles an hour, and yeah, he did that. The guy is. The guy's a hero, man. I can't describe him any other way. Some of the stuff that he's done, but in this book he talks about his experiences in Vietnam and his family and experiences as a champion Reno air racer, doing 500 miles an hour. So Tom's got quite a life, and this book is quite a book. The thing is heavier than most books, but I think it has to do with the paper that's used. It's he did the glossy paper in here, and it's just really, really something else. In the book, I'm mentioned in the book, and then I'm also let me see here if I can find. Yeah, George Minehall, Office of Image Archaeology, scanned and digitized thousands of my photographs, spending as much as 6 hours on a single color slide to bring it back to life. And that's actually putting it mildly, because it's actually somewhere between 6 and 8 hours on some slides. It was just an incredible amount of time. And then, to boot, I'm actually in the book. So that's pretty cool. So this is actually a special edition of one of 35. Actually, this is number one of 35. That was just really kind of him to do that. But so Tom is bringing out, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but it'll be available on Amazon, and then there will be an audio book. And we are currently working on a video right now promoting the book and the book and the audio book. So that's what's going on with that, and why I've been so busy doing other stuff and not being able to post stuff to YouTube. So right now, I want to get off that subject a little bit, because not too long ago, about a month and a half ago, we had couple heartbreaking incidents that happened here at the house, and I'll start off by talking about some cats that we acquired. We have in our house, we have two dogs, two Morkies that are about 11 years old. We've got a 23-year-old cat, or in that neighborhood, 23 or 24, I can't remember now. And we adopted some feral cats when we first moved here 8 years ago, I think it is now. There was a white cat. We call her Mama Kitty because she kept on having litters of kittens, and they kept dying. And the third litter that I saw that she had, I felt bad because the poor thing was starving, but you couldn't get near her, and she wouldn't take advantage of the food if you put it out. About a month after she had the last litter, maybe it was less than that, maybe it was like 2-3 weeks, I don't remember, but there were little tiny things, little bitty kittens. She came up, stood in front of me, and started meowing, vocalizing. I think she was just saying, "I'm starving, man. Can you do something for me here?" Because she was pitiful. And so I made a shelter in the back for her and her kittens, and we started feeding them, and she took advantage of the shelter and took advantage of the food. The kittens took advantage of the food, and after the kittens were about, I don't remember how old it was we had to have them, but we captured all of them, all 4 cats, 3 kittens and a mother, and took them up to a little town, Auburn, and we had them spayed and neutered, 1 male and 3 females. And we called them Mama Kitty, Willow, Pounce, and Bandit. And you can imagine Bandit had black around her eyes and white otherwise. Pounce was a white male. Willow was a white female with a little bit longer hair, and then Mama Kitty, of course, was white as well. And so we took care of them, and Mama Kitty and Willow decided they didn't want to hang with us. They took off for parts unknown. They were gone for a long time. We never saw them. But the other 2, Pounce and Bandit, decided that they kind of liked us, and so they started hanging around the house. And then eventually they wound up we have a patio bar, and they went up on the patio bar. That's where they would hang out. We had a big cat tree back there, and they would still have, and they would sleep on that cat tree, and they were away from the dogs long enough to where the dogs eventually accepted them. So the cats and the dogs all got along just fine. We have a parrot also. It's 30-something years old. Now the parrot gets along with our 23-year-old calico longhair. But not so much with the others. The others like eating birds and squirrels, and I think there was even a little. There was a turkey Pounce cat got one time or another, and you can't help that cat. They're animals, and that's what nature does. So. So we tried keeping them in on the patio, and that didn't work out. Nature, they're part of nature, and they let us know that by their screaming and yowling and scratching and destroying things. And said, well, we can't deal with this. So we let them out. We tried it for about 3 days. It didn't work. So we let them out and just figured they're part of nature. We're just taking care of them. That's all it is. They don't really belong to us, not like the other animals do. And so for 4 years, almost 5 years, they've been doing just fine until about a month ago. Little Bandit, neighbor from across the street, came on over and said Bandit tried making it across the street, and the car was faster, and so she didn't survive that. What's so damned weird is that Pounce got the same treatment about a week later, almost exactly a week later. I think it was actually 6 days. So we lost Bandit and Pounce within a week's span of time there, but like I said, they've been doing fine here for a long time, and we had become so attached to them that our bedroom had 8 heartbeats sleeping in it. Had Poncho, parrot, yellow nape Amazon, sleeping in his cage, and then all the rest of the critters on the bed with us. They wouldn't have it any other way, and honestly, in the end, I wouldn't have had it any other way either. All of this to say that, yeah, that's happened, but things go on, and right now, Mama Kitty and Willow have found their way back. And after the other two cats were killed, all of a sudden we started seeing the mother and the daughter in the back of the house again, and so we started feeding them. Now we have created back there what I call the Critter Camp Buffet, because it's not just those two cats. There's Mama Kitty, and there's Willow, and then there's Panther, an absolutely black cat, huge black cat. Call him Panther. Then we have, and then Mix. Mix is another cat that's mostly white, but it's got all kinds of different things happening on that cat, man. Some of it looks like leopard. But then Mix fits that cat really well. And then we have our guest of honor almost every evening now, and his name is, his name, I'm not really sure, but my wife calls him Happy the Awesome Possum. So Happy the Awesome Possum shows up almost nightly, and gets cat food, and I put tuna out there, and I put dry kibble, and they take advantage of all that. So we have, like, one night recently we had I think 4 visitors, and can't forget Rocky the raccoon. Rocky showed up twice, once to eat and once just to go over the fence. So, and we know this because we bought 2 game cameras, and I set them up in different spots back there. So I'm gonna show you what we're in another video soon here, and I'm just gonna title it. It'll be called. It'll be called the Critter Camp Cafe or Critter Camp Buffet, one or the other. But so look for those videos, and I'm gonna do one initial one and kind of get you caught up to about what's for those of you that care, get you caught up to what the animals are, who they are, and gives you a little bit about those guys, what we know, and then every day I'll post the new video that was taken that previous night. So it's and these videos only last about 5 minutes or so, but it's still kind of cool because you never know what's going to show up out there or who's going to show up out there. There's that, and then for the Sacramento a time traveler video series, I have a one coming up on the Elkhorn Ferry. If you don't know what that is, you'll be finding out soon. So we'll have the Elkhorn Ferry coming up this weekend. I'm going out to the location where that was located at and get some footage out there to apply to the old footage I have of the actual ferry and some photographs. And so I'll be doing that this weekend. So expect that video to come out Monday or Tuesday, I suspect. Wednesday at the latest. And then after that, and then before that, of course, I'm going to start probably about the same time, I'll start the Critter Cafe videos because I have to do the initial one. I've got to look through and cut out all the crap, and we already have a lot of video of those animals, so I don't want to be too repetitive. And that just get you caught up on what we're seeing out there. And then you have to imagine here, I have hundreds of films that you've never seen before. I tried this. I tried just posting them. It's just too mundane. I can't do it. I hate just putting something up, and you're not really you don't have any real information about what I'm posting. I'm not really. I don't like doing it that way. I like giving some information about it. It makes it a lot more interesting, and I feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. So like I said, there are hundreds of films in here I haven't even gotten to yet, and hopefully I will soon. And other than that, I just want to say happy holidays, because I know I'll forget. And have a great week. Take care, guys.